It is day 19 of my 30 days of service, and today I went to one of my favorite nonprofits in Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank. They are essentially the epicenter of a massive food distribution system in Los Angeles County, not just the city of LA, but county-wide. And if you're not familiar, LA County is rather massive in and of itself. So the food bank distributes food to those in need through about 1,000 other agencies and nonprofits. So they distribute food to those in need through missions like Union Rescue Mission, which, if you remember, you've been watching this, of course you remember, when I went to the Union Rescue Mission and served food to the homeless. That food originally came from the LA Regional Food Bank. But they also distribute food through other channels such as senior centers and boys and girls clubs and other after-school programs, as well as food pantries, which are essential in local communities. So a food pantry is essentially set up sort of like a grocery store would be, where clients can go in and get the food that they need at no charge, provided that they qualify for those services. And those things are so important right now, with so many people looking for work and not sure where their next meal is coming from and things like that. So when you go to the LA Regional Food Bank, which is a humongous system and humongous facility, you get assigned to do different tasks depending on when you're there. So today, I was paired with maybe 50 people from Ticketmaster, specifically their e-commerce division. And they were there during work hours to give time to the LA Regional Food Bank. So first of all, kudos to Ticketmaster for allowing your employees to come and do that. I think that's great, and I'm sure it benefits you hugely because of team building and just the respect that your employees and hopefully your customers have because you allow service during work hours. So that's great. My assignment today was to work with a few of the Ticketmaster folks on distributing juice. So essentially what we were doing is you form this big assembly line, and as bags go down, you fill it with your items. Today we were assembling bags that will go to seniors, and we ended up doing 1,650 bags. These bags have cereal, juice, canned fruit, beans, rice, milk, chili, and so many more things I never even got to see because the line is so long, the assembly line, that you don't even necessarily know what the person at the other end is putting into these bags, but you know that it's healthy and nutritious and wholesome and going to help nourish people. So my task specifically, as I was saying, was a juice guy. So for about 3 hours, I was unboxing and then putting in bags apple juice, big containers of apple juice, 100% apple juice, no sugar added. So again, healthy stuff for these seniors. And it's hard work. Assembly line work is not something I'm used to, nor do I unload 1,000 containers of juice on any given day, not even in a year. So it was tough. I was sweating, you can probably tell. I looked better than this when I left the house, but it was great. So I feel like I got the food bank workout because the juice was going everywhere in a good way. So it was great. Now, the other thing I want to tell you, though, is that, and I should say, so just again, 1,650 people are going to get those bags of food and drink. That could not have happened without volunteers. So it's just a great example of why you should go out and serve. If you already do, congrats, go do more. We can all do more. I can do more. If you haven't volunteered in a long time, it's time. And if you've never done it, it's really time to start. So it's It was really fun. It's a different kind of service and something that is vital. So what I was about to say is something else I want you to know about the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is that they are a member of Feeding America. And Feeding America is, I will be quite honest, one of my favorite national nonprofits around. Them and Boys and Girls Clubs of America and Big Brothers Big Sisters are probably my top three, which is why I made sure I got to work with all of them during these 30 days. They, through a network of 200 local regional food banks like the LA Food Bank, are responsible for getting food to, or about 3 billion pounds of food out to those who need food in this country every year. And I am not talking only the people who might be the first to come to mind, homeless folks and things like that. Yes, Feeding America and their food banks are certainly a part of that and feeding those folks, which is fantastic, and I've spent many hours during this 30 days or 19 days so far feeding homeless folks. But they also focus on food insecurity. So 1 in 6 people in this country don't know where their next meal is coming from. That's food insecurity, and that is despicable in a country as wealthy and fantastic as America. And these are folks who live right near you. I don't care who you are, where you are. I guarantee you, without too much effort, you could find someone around you who is food insecure. That doesn't mean they never eat. It doesn't mean that they're, withering away. It just means they don't have enough food. Maybe their kids are hungry. Maybe they're going to bed hungry. Maybe they're having 2 meals instead of 3 meals a day. That is food insecurity, and that is unacceptable. So Feeding America is working with their 200 food banks to try to end all of that. They are one of the most well-run organizations I have ever seen. They are lean and mean and productive and constantly are out there every day trying to end food insecurity in this country. They also mobilize the food industry in this country to support all of these food banks. So the ConAgras of this world and Kraft, and I can't name all the food manufacturers, they provide food for free to Feeding America and thus to these 200 food banks. This food relief could not be done without the generosity of those companies, so a huge thank you to them. And it is just, it's an amazing system that Feeding America has, and it's essential, and I just love the work that they do. So kudos to them. Look them up, support them in any way you can. They can hook you up with a local food bank where you can go and serve and get sweaty doing juice like I did, or if you want to go on meal deliveries or work in a local food pantry, whatever it is. It's easy, it's fun, you meet people, and it's essential. It's food. None of us can live without it. So one other compliment I want to pay to the LA Regional Food Bank is to Anna Martinez, their volunteer director, and her team. You are A class when it comes to dealing with volunteers. That you are so organized, you make people feel so welcome, and you are fantastic at educating your volunteers on why their service matters. And that is so great. You could teach a lot of other organizations how to handle their volunteers. So thank you for such a great day and great experience. You know I'll be back. I've been there before. I'll come back again. And I hope everyone will at least consider, no, do more than consider. Get up, go to your computer right now, go to your phone book, whatever. Find your local Feeding America food bank and go give back, help end the food insecurity in this country. That's it. Off my high horse on that topic for the moment. Although tomorrow I'm doing more in the food service arena, so you'll hear a little bit more about that tomorrow. But something completely different. Thanks. On to day 20.